Do you find it hard holding a conversation? Well, in this video, I'll be sharing 6 bad conversation habits I should avoid so that I can have a more effective conversation. So I urge you to watch the end so that you can learn how you can have more effective conversation by retaining friendships, retaining relationships, by avoiding these bad conversation habits. The first bad conversation habit to avoid is responding with one word when asked a question. How do I mean? How are you doing? I'm fine. How was work today? Fine. Everything you are being asked, you're fine. You're just responding with a one word when asked a question. You know, this is a very bad conversation habit because you're giving off this vibe of I'm not interested, I don't want to talk, and it will make the other person not want to have a conversation with you. So instead of responding with the one word when asked the question, you can go ahead and when you're asked, how are you doing? You can say, oh, I'm fine. You can go ahead to describe how you're feeling. My head is this, my body is this. You can go ahead, or let's say you're asked the question of how was work today? You say, oh, work was fine. We had staff meeting. I had lunch break at so and so time. You can go into details and talk about what happened, you know, when you're asked the question. And you can continue that conversation by asking the person that asked you that question, what about you? How was work today? That's how you keep a conversation going. So avoid this bad conversation habit by responding to a question with one word. Now, the next bad conversation habit is cutting people off when they are speaking. This can come off as very disrespectful when people are talking and you are trying and you're cutting them off. It's a very, very bad conversation habit because it could come off as you being disrespectful. It could come off as if probably what the person is saying is not making sense, and that is not how it should be. So when someone is talking, even if you feel that the person is saying something and you want to interrupt, hold on till the person finish talking, and then you can, you know, go ahead and say, this is what I feel, this is what I feel, shipping that thing that you know that you want to say. Say that thing that you want to say after the person has finished talking. So allow the person talk. When the person is done talking, you can go on and say whatever you want to say. So, but don't cut people off, interrupt them when they are talking. It's a very bad conversation habit. Now, the next bad conversation habit you should avoid is being quick to give advice. Shouldn't be quick to give advice. Most time when people come to you and they want to talk to you, most time they just want to vent. They just want to let it out. They just want someone who can they can talk to, someone who can listen to them. So you should be that person that just allow them vent, allow them talk, allow them say whatever they want to say. Okay, and when they are done talking, you can now ask them, okay, I get you. Do you want me to give you advice, or you just want this, or you just wanted just to talk? Okay, so rather than cutting the person short by giving advice, it's not every time that people want advice. Not every time that when somebody having a conversation with you, they want advice. Most times they just want to vent. They just want to just talk to someone. So keep that advice till the person asks for it, then you can give that advice. So avoid this bad conversation habit by trying to be quick to give advice. Let people talk, let them say their mind. Okay, now the next bad conversation habit you should avoid is constantly looking at your wristwatch. you know this comes off, people do it so often when they are talking to somebody. They're there looking at their wristwatch, they're constantly checking their time, this might come off as being, maybe the person is wasting your time, maybe the person just talk, I beg, I need to be somewhere at this particular time. It doesn't come off very good. So when you are talking with somebody and the person, you constantly having to check your time, is a very bad conversation habit. Even if you have to be somewhere at that time, you have to let the person know, oh, I'm sorry, I think we have to reschedule this our meeting. Okay, let's talk some other time. This is not a good time. I have a meeting or I have somewhere to be. Rather than, constantly looking at your watch because you're making the person feel like what you're saying is not making sense. I have to be somewhere at the particular time. You're wasting my time. That's a very bad conversation habit. So next time when you're always checking your wristwatch, it's best to just tell the person, oh, I have to be somewhere. Can we have this conversation some other time? Okay. Before I move over to the next bad conversation habit to avoid, this is Talk with Siska, and I would love to be your friend. So kindly like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I really do appreciate you. Now let's move on to the next bad conversation habit to avoid. Not focusing on the person you are having a conversation with. This is very bad. when someone is talking to you and you're being distracted by everything, every movement, everybody that passes, maybe you're being distracted by your phone, you're being distracted by a lot of things, those things, is a very bad conversational habit. When you are talking with someone, your focus should be on that person that you're talking to, on that person that you're having conversation with. You have to look at the person in the eye, okay, but not in a way that is not good, but in a subtle manner, like, okay, you can just look the person in the eye. You're just telling the person, letting the person know that I'm focused on you, I'm with you, okay? You can also nod your head when you're having that conversation with that person. It shows that you're with the person, you're affirming to what the person is saying. You can even slightly touch the person's hands. This is a way to show the person that you're interested in the conversation that they're having. So this is actually one way to boost and build and have a good conversation habit. So I believe these tips were helpful, and can let us know in the comment section which of these tips works best for you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.